right, we are jumping on here. We're gonna be very efficient tonight so I can help a little girl get to sleep. Welcome to Life, Work, and Parenting all in one shot. Excellent. People are jumping on. Very cool. We're going to go through some interesting stuff. Maybe I'll even show some screenshots for you guys tonight. So everyone's jumping on. Welcome Texas, Arizona, Long Island, Wisconsin. Welcome everybody who's jumping on. This is Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network, your source for health, freedom, and knowledge. You hear me? Yeah, before the microphone had a little problem in the very beginning of Dr. Naputi, but it was all set after that. It should have been good after that. The rest of the things should have been fine. And how many liked Dr. Eric? He is an awesome guy. He is on purpose. It's wonderful. So let's dive in tonight. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about was there is actually, I posted earlier to go check out gold, right? Why? Well, there is some talk behind the scenes of gold going to potentially $14,000 an ounce. Now, you might say, that's insane. There's no way it's going to go that high. It's not possible. Why would it do that, etc.? Well, because if you go back to a gold standard, and if you watch the Bearable Bull, you will know that today he talked about Jim Rickards. Jim Rickards is a New York Times bestselling author of the book Aftermath, The Road to Ruin, The Death Money, Currency Wars, and The New Case for Gold. He has been involved in geopolitical global banking behind the scenes for a very long time. And he is talking about the derivatives market going into gold behind the scenes. So he actually posted 3 hours ago. Somebody said, will it be achieved by 2026? He said, probably sooner. A move from $13,000 an ounce to $14,000 an ounce is only 7.6% gain. Now, this is something totally different. But earlier today, he actually posted regarding, he said, hedge funds are now jumping into gold. Bigger funds I spoke with were in this trade last year. No worries, the hedgies tend to bail after short-term profits. Gold is going to $14,000 per ounce. Still time for everyday investor to join. That's why I said gold and silver. But even if he is not correct, and the reason why I said buy gold and silver is because you should always be buying gold and silver, no matter what happens, whether we have the Federal Reserve note or the dollar or a digital currency. It does not matter. Guess what? The only real money on planet Earth is gold and silver. Remember what I talked about in the Constitution, I think it was the other night, where I said minted by the United States Treasury, but gold and silver are money. Now, people ask me, do I buy paper gold? No. When you hear all these advertisements for like investing in gold IRAs or like a gold credit card, that's not gold. Gold is a numismatic coin, meaning you get a coin. Why a coin? One, because it's physically in your hand. So as I've shown you before, my silver coins. But also gold, when you get a gold coin, there are only so many printed of those. So you have value because one, it's rare, and two, it's made of gold. That's why they're so important. That's why gold and silver is so important. So that's why I said that, because no matter what, you will always be good if you have gold and silver in physical form in your possession, okay? Always be good. So when people say, well, why do you say gold? So because it's always good to have it. But on top of that, I think we are going to a gold-backed cryptocurrency and blockchain new economy. That's what I believe is going on behind the scenes, being built, and that will be the new economy that we drive into. So I'll be talking more about that as we go forward. But on top of that, I'm going to be really efficient tonight to get some sleep because I have been going to bed really, really late and I need some rest because we have some really great interviews coming up and more great content. However, today it was announced that Mike Pompeo said there is significant evidence that the virus came out of a Chinese lab. He said he doesn't know how long it'll take before the investigation is done, probably because China's not letting us in. But he keeps pushing on this narrative that it came from the lab. This is where it's potential that they connect the lab to Fauci, right? And this is slowly coming together. So a lot of people ask me about Plandemic, the segments that are being put out. I have not watched them yet. It's on my queue list. It's not my queue list, but in queue. I'll be watching that probably later this week towards the weekend. So I'll be checking that out. But I do know even my associates at the office are watching it, and their mind is blown. They are seeing the connection between Fauci, Dr. Judy, as well as the fraud and the complete corruption behind the scenes. So I will be going over that. But this is all starting to mold together because Pompeo and the president are saying outright that it's coming from a Chinese lab and they're going to get to the bottom of it. So hopefully this all comes together. Yes, Bill Gates as well. Okay, so that's what I'm hoping actually happens. Now, if you didn't notice today, there's a new press secretary as of a couple weeks ago, Kayleigh McEnerney. Go watch her 1.5-minute segment where she absolutely destroys the journalists in the room, the press, because they ask her a question about an answer she had before she was press secretary, when she was answering a question on Fox News, and it was regarding coronavirus. I don't remember the exact question, but she turned around and she slammed the press right back in the presser. So that was beautiful. Keep in mind, lots of good stuff going on, and these pressers are not taking any crap for it, okay? I'm glad some people are posting the Plandemic movie website. Just so you know, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook are heavily being regulated. Has anyone noticed that they're heavily being regulated, meaning things are getting pulled off, like Plandemic has been taken off? Now, this is why I said keep an eye, because I have a feeling we're actually entering in the storm where social media is destroyed. Because if they keep taking things down that are things like Plandemic, if they keep taking movies like that down that are just blatantly telling the truth, and that's all it is the truth, I guarantee you at some point they're going to come to a stop or they're going to shut us off. That's most likely what's going to happen. So keep an eye, get on the list. I have a person right now I'm working with who might be building an entire video network website for me that everything will be placed on. So keep in mind that is hopefully coming very soon. Now, if you didn't know, did you hear about the Texas salon owner? Her name is Shelley Luther. So she was arrested for basically going to work, and as she said, providing for her family, putting food on the table, because she has every right to work and help her family. She was, I think it was about 2 days ago, that there was a virtual court hearing with Judge Eric Moy, where he asked her to apologize to all the authorities that were involved because of her actions. And she said, I will not apologize for survival. I will not apologize for feeding my family. I will not apologize for earning money to float my family through life. And he gave her 7 days jail. And then I believe it was like $800 or something like that. There was a GoFundMe page put together for her that I think, the last time I checked, I think it was like either close to $150,000 raised or even more than that. I haven't looked at it since yesterday, the day before. Today, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton called it ludicrous, and he overruled Judge Eric Moy. Which, yes, by the way, she should never have to apologize to anybody for the actions she did for helping her family survive. Completely insane, right? But on top of that, I think it's wonderful that the Attorney General stepped in and said, this is insane. He actually contacted Judge Eric Moy, said to overturn it. This is not how we operate. This is not Texas. And so she will end up going, I guess you'd say going free. It's not really free because she should be free to start with. But she does not deserve to be thrown in jail or even being told to apologize. I mean, that's complete insanity. I watched the video where the judge told her to apologize, and he sounds like a complete jerk. hopefully he is dealt with, because I think it takes a really messed up ethical and moral compass to even make someone do that. So I hopefully that is found out, that is handled, and we go from there. If you saw any Q stuff today, Q, the last time I noticed, I'll double check real quick here now. Last time I noticed, the last one was, it was a meme of John F. Kennedy, President Kennedy, but then they also, something else, something regarding Fox News and the dossier. I'm not going to read that right now because it's a little more in depth, and I'm being efficient tonight so that I can get some rest because I need some. I've been very tired. So I'm going to dive into a couple things that are very concerning to me, okay? And I said I was feeling ranty earlier. So the reason I was getting ranty was because I read 2 articles, right, that drove me up a wall. Before I actually get into that, one thing, because this actually plays into it, okay? This is my conclusion tonight, but also I'm going to update you and educate you guys on something that is going down right now that is completely disgusting, and you need to be aware of it, but also you need to start taking responsibility for it. If you haven't noticed or read, New York State Governor Cuomo is now working with Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, and Eric Schmidt, former CEO of Google. They are going to bring those 3 in, their 3 billionaires in, to have them take over the health and education services of New York State. Guys, if you live in New York right now, you need to get your state handled. You need to start putting protests together. You need to make it known that this is not okay. It's not okay at all. And on top of that, there was a video just put out this evening, I believe, by the Ventura County, California Health Department. I have not watched the whole thing, but basically saying that they would go to the houses and take out the person after tracing to find out who was sick. New York, California, I have friends there, I have family there, both of them. You better step up and get your act together as patriots and human beings. You need to start protesting your government. Okay? You can sit all day online and you can type and you can post and you can say how bad it is and how ludicrous it is and ridiculous it is and how stupid it is, etc. It means nothing. You typing on your phone means nothing. Now, you can get the word out. You need to get your asses out of your house. You need to go down and you need to protest in Albany. You need to protest in Manhattan. You need to protest in Ventura County if you have to. You need to go and you need to bring yourself together and organize. And if you do not do this, they are going to take over your state. They're going to take over your government. So this is what they're doing. I actually wrote this down because I couldn't believe it. They are going into telehealth with kids and education, remote learning, which we know about, and broadband. They're contact tracing any kids that or teachers that might have COVID or other viruses, right? And they need so they blew $4 trillion on Common Core. New York State blew $4 trillion on failed Common Core because it was a train wreck piece of crap to start with that Bill Gates was behind. And now they're bringing Bill Gates into New York to help with their telehealth and education center, which he already screwed up, and Cuomo's letting him do it. Now they're bringing in, it's going to cost them $500 billion to bring these 3 in to get this work done. You can't sit in your house anymore. You have to get up, you have to get out, and you have to do something about it. There is no more. Social media is going to end up going down. If you can't feel we are heading this direction where we are coming to a pinnacle, not of COVID-19, but a pinnacle of the United States of America demanding that we take our country back. But it's not every state, guys. We're in a conservative state. I'm not saying that things can't happen here. We keep an eye on it. But you are living in a communist state, and they're going to steal your life and your family from you if you do not stand up and go do something about it. Tonight, I'm probably dropping some swear words. So if you can't handle that, I don't care if I lose viewers. It doesn't matter. We are getting to the boiling point. Get off your asses and go do something. Sitting at home in quarantine, listening to them is not going to work. Yes, we hope this goes positive. We hope the president is doing something, and we hope behind the scenes this is working, but you can't bet on that. You can't gamble on that. You have to go do it your damn self. Get together with family, whatever you have to do. If this comes to a federal level, I will be the first one in my vehicle or a plane going to Washington, D.C. to be with you. But right now, this is on you, New York. This is on you, Illinois. This is on you, California. This is on you, Oregon. You have to take control back. No one is going to do it for you. You will lose your state and your country if you do not get up and move. Right? This is what set it off, because Gates, Bloomberg, and Schmidt are going to destroy New York State. I'm from New York State. But guess what? I honestly don't hold a lot of allegiance to it anymore, because I cannot believe what the citizens of New York are letting happen to it. And you might say, you know what? Guess what? It happens. The city, I get it. The city has taken over. The city and the state need to be two different places. But guess what? They're not. New York State is a conservative state. The city is a deep state liberal state. There are more people in the state, upstate New York. You need to march your asses to Albany and to New York City, and you need to actually do something about it. If you think you're waiting for the city to get a change of mind or get Andrew Cuomo to have a change of mind, that's not going to happen, right? You have to take it back. You have Bill Gates, Bloomberg, and Eric Schmidt ready to take over your state from behind the scenes, and they will put in every draconian law you can possibly imagine to destroy your state. And guess what? We're not allowing it to happen in our states. Florida is marching if they have to. California is doing it. Oregon will do it. You have to go do it tonight. So this ties to healthcare. You know what they're going to do? Bill Gates, Eric Schmidt, Michael Bloomberg, along with Andrew Cuomo, they're going to start drugging your kids once they get telehealth in, once they get contact learning in, all this crap, contact tracing. They're going to find out, they're going to start putting in mental health screenings for their kids. They're going to put mandatory vaccination into the schools for your kids when they have control of them. This is what they will do. You can't allow that to happen. But yet, when I have someone like Dr. Eric Deputy on, who I found out tonight, BuzzFeed absolutely destroyed him. So BuzzFeed ran an article on him saying that what he was saying was dangerous and that chiropractors are using social media to spread dangerous and misinformation. No, you know what's happening is we're actually all stepping up and we're giving you the truth. I can tell you all day long that Bill Gates is going to help your kids get drugged. He's going to help them get vaccinated. But you have to do something about it. You know what? I actually have an organization. We have an organization in my industry that turned their back on the doctors who are speaking out right now. You have chiropractors speaking out. You have naturopaths speaking out. You have medical doctors speaking out. You have DOs speaking out. They're all speaking up. You have scientists speaking up, the Dr. Judys of the world. You have all these people speaking up. There was an article today put out that the ACA, which is the American Chiropractic Association, which is honestly a piece of shit organization, and ACA, I hope you hear me say that. I hope someone takes this video directly to you because you're garbage. You sold out to the medical industry a long time ago. You do not support chiropractic. There are far more organizations that support us. You do not. You sold out because you want to deal with the pharmaceutical sciences and you want everything to be scientifically proven when we know what we have done has been proven from day one when the actual industry was founded. But yet you didn't speak up when someone was actually attacking your doctor. So Dr. Eric Deputy, who does amazing work every single day to heal patients, he didn't say he would treat COVID-19 with tonic water or zinc. He didn't say that at all. He said if you have any symptoms of that, you should know this is where it comes from and you should probably go preventatively take it. And then if you have to get a medical opinion, that's fine. You twisted his words, and then when they came to you for the article, you actually threw him under the bus because a spokesperson for the American Chiropractic Association told BuzzFeed News that it was urging its members not to spread misinformation amid the outbreak. That's treason to your own industry right there. You threw your doctor under the bus because you're a piece of garbage organization. That's what you are. The ACA advises its members to follow guidance regarding the prevention of the coronavirus from the Centers for Disease Control. So now you're taking your marketing orders from the CDC and prevention and other credible sources and to share this information with their patients, the spokesperson said. So their spokesperson puts out BS public relations campaigns to throw their own natural healing campaign under the bus. And then below that, we have Kim Gambino, who's a chiropractor, I believe out in California, who's an amazing individual, her and her husband. She put out social distancing is actually to keep people or groups of people from getting together to protest against the lie. All she did was put a meme up and you threw her under the bus, just like BuzzFeed threw under the bus. This is complete garbage because you guys are afraid to stand up against tyranny. You're in fear. You guys suck completely. And if anyone follows this garbage, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. And there's 50,000 chiropractors out there. There's thousands of naturopaths out there. There's thousands of DOs out there. You all know the truth because you were trained the truth in school. You were trained the truth by your mentors. And it's your time to step up because honestly, at the end of the day, this country falls if we do not keep this momentum going. And then on top of that, after that, I told you I was in a mood tonight. After that, there's another company out there who puts out today, publishes today, which I'll post a link, that artemisinin will actually help handle, as I've said before, coronavirus and SARS. Now, it doesn't say treat, it doesn't say heal, it doesn't say anything like that. So we're all safe on our end because we don't treat, we don't cure, we don't heal, we do anything. But yet you have a freaking vitamin, a freaking mineral like this, right? That mineral helps handle the body against this virus. But yet you want to prop up these idiots like Fauci and Birx who are complete asses, who don't know anything about science. They wouldn't know science if it hit them in the face. And all you want to do is drug people to death. Now, anyone watching this, you're on the hook too. Because at the end of the day, the reason why these guys are in charge right now, the reason why they're drugging you out of your mind is because you let them. You, at the end of the day, you are funding the urgent cares on the corner. You're funding the hospitals. When you take your stupid insurance in, you're funding all of it, right? Every time you get a sniffle, every time you have a sneeze, every time you have a cough, whenever the news tells you something is going around, you march your asses into urgent cares, into Walgreens, into CVS, into the ERs, into the hospitals, and you ask them what's wrong with them versus actually listening to your body and listening to people out there who actually know what they're doing. And then you go home and you get your marching orders from television. That's what you do. And then you wonder why the documentaries Out of Shadows comes out and tells you that you're literally being programmed. If you're watching this, you're one of the awake ones. It is time for you to get off your ass and get out there and start speaking up. I don't care if you go and protest. I don't care if you do your own videos. I don't care if you start your own channel. I don't care if you start your own website. But if you do not show up to these protests, if you do not start supporting the people that actually want to help you, not every single natural health care office in this country should be slammed by tomorrow morning. The ERs, the hospitals, do you understand how big they are at this point? Do you understand that they're only for emergency care? But no, we have fallen in love with this whole bullshit $10 and $20 copay thing that you guys love to prop up because you think that you're not responsible for your health care. Well, it's complete BS. You're the only one responsible for your health care, right? But you're going to go spend money on $1,000 cell phones. You're going to spend money on all your accessories for your car. You're going to go spend your money on your latest purse that you want that costs $500 because you won't put yourself first and get yourself healthy. And then you bitch and moan because your health insurance is going up because guess what? Costs are going up because everyone's going to the damn hospital for the latest cough, cold, sneeze. And they're spending $50,000 on diagnostic tests, and then you got to pay $10,000 deductible and wonder why you're spending $6,000 a year in premiums, and that you want your $10 premium, and you want a doctor to take care of you for a $10 copay. That is insane. That is, you're out of your mind. This is how much they program you into the bullshit system that they have built up. And then we wonder why we get yelled at because we put up vitamins and minerals and herbs, and Dr. Eric goes out and does a 30 million hit video, and why it's getting taken down. You wonder why it's taken down? Because the entire system owns you, and you are responsible to finally stand up, because if you don't, Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, Eric Schmidt are going to own you and your kids, and you're not going to know what to hit you until it's over. That's the real problem. That's what we have to go handle. We actually have to build ourselves back up, and you have to go take care of yourselves responsibly. So I don't know what else to say. That was building up. You guys got it. I'm tired of listening to and this honestly happens not just from this isn't just articles. This has been building up for, as Dr. Eric said, 15 plus years today. When you hear people come in who complain about, the $20 thing that they have to buy to actually get themselves better, but yet they'll go down, they'll spend $20 to go into an ER, and then they complain because they're paying for this outrageous insurance that doesn't even do anything for them. I've had people come in who have had $100,000 worth of diagnostic tests done on them. I didn't pay for the $100,000. I just had a copay. Really? No. Actually, a lot of people pay. You end up paying because your premiums all go up. And then you don't realize how many other people have to pay for your problem, because guess what? It doesn't all get covered. Then you have Medicaid kicking in and Medicare kicking in. Those systems are bankrupted because the politicians stole all of it. And then you wonder why we're bankrupt as a nation, because we've allowed all of this to occur right in front of our eyes, and we never questioned a damn thing. We have baby boomers who bought into Social Security. We have baby boomers who bought into Medicare, all this different stuff. And yeah, I got it. It helps you. It keeps you alive. Great. Guess what? It doesn't. It's all bankrupt. Your country was stolen and bankrupt from you a long time ago. And it's time for you to stand up, move out of your house, because, they told you couldn't come out or you're going to get arrested. You know what? Get arrested. Your ancestors went to war and died for you to be in the position you're in right now. And yes, you're right. We have this dark cabal behind the scenes that's controlling everything. But guess what? We are still technically the freest nation on the planet, because we have the Constitution of the United States, the document that keeps us quote unquote free. Your ancestors died for you to be sitting in front of computers right now. So if you're asked to get out of your house and go protest and potentially get arrested, we have a salon owner in Texas who is willing to get arrested to go to work. You better get out of your house, march down to your state capitals, peacefully protest, and if you get arrested, consider it a badge of honor. That's where we are right now in this world. If you would like to save yourself and save this country and save other countries and save this planet, it is time for you to wake up. It is time to wake up for a country. It is time to wake up for healthcare. It's time to wake up for your kids. Autism is 1 in 36. 1 in 36 kids are neurologically destroyed today. And you know whose fault that is? Yeah, you want me to say pharma. Yep, they have a hand in it, but they're not ultimately responsible. You know who's responsible? Me and you. You know why? Because as Dr. Tenpenny said, she's done being nice about it. Who's responsible? The person that allowed it to happen to their kids. Now, I'm going to be nice, and I will do everything I can to fix, because I have a loving heart and I'm empathetic towards them, and I don't want this happening. But you are responsible for every damn thing in your life. We are why our country is in the spot it's in now. And we are the only ones that will bring our country back to where it's supposed to be. Because I sure as hell do not want to see 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 kids have autism. Because at that point, you have lost a civilization. Because guess what? They can't procreate. You will not have enough schools for them. You won't have enough teachers for them. And we are dangerously close within the next 5 or 10 years from that situation. So look at yourself in the mirror. This is go time. It really is go time. I do not want a war. I do not want a civil war. But it is time for you as Americans to stand up, because I am honestly quite exhausted from reading these articles about how Art of Medicine will actually handle COVID-19, and it's actually in a journal article. This isn't just an opinion. This is a journal article. Or how I see my friend, Dr. Eric Naputi, who is slammed by BuzzFeed News. And then not only that, I can handle the media slamming him. What I can't handle is I can't handle the American Chiropractic Association not stepping up and defending him, but instead sitting behind Big Pharma, because all these freaking organizations now, every freaking chiropractic school except for about 2 of them, they've all bought into the bullshit. They're all there. They love the medicine. They prop up the vaccines. Trust me, we were taught about vaccines in chiropractic school. If the founders of chiropractic, the D.D. Palmers, the B.J. Palmers, the Sid Williams, all these guys, if they saw the crap that our students are taught today about medicine, they're rolling over in their graves. Medicine was stolen. Okay, medicine was. I told you a couple nights ago how it was stolen. I'm done. I think I hit the breaking point. I'm done with being nice. When I see that Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, and Eric Schmidt are stealing the school system from New York State, I'm done. Just done. It's go time. It's game time. Q dropped the thing tonight. One of the last ones. He dropped it. It was Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. We are at that moment in America in 2020 where we're done with the welfare. We're done with the millennial crap. We're done with the politically correct. We're done with being nice. We're done with the masks. What can you do right now? Because your ancestors died for it. What can you do right now to lift your country up? What responsibility can you take right now to handle these criminal politicians at local community levels, city levels, state levels, federal government levels? Because right now, it is that time. It is that time as Americans. This is not going to get easier as we go to the election. It is going to get rougher and rougher. And you are the only ones that can ultimately stand up for this. And so I'm going to leave you with that. I'm not taking any questions tonight because between the rant and just being tired in general, I think I fizzled out. So you can ask them. I'll answer them best I can. But I just felt like I had to get it off my chest today. I hope you understand. I hope you can handle a few words thrown in there. But those two set me off today. It was building up. But when I see my former state being stolen, when I see kids being I don't see kids. What I see when I see this is, I see kids in danger right now. That's what I see. I see kids in danger right now. And if we can't save and cover our future generations, we don't deserve to move on. Our kids are in danger right now. When I see an organization that is supposed to uphold every person in our industry essentially throw one of our doctors under the bus, I'm done. It's over. I don't need them. That just means they have no guts. They have no balls. They have nothing, because they won't back them up. And I hope every single person on here tonight who is a natural health, I want every single chiropractor tonight to blow up the phones of the American Chiropractic Association, letting them know that it is unacceptable to allow one of your people to be thrown under the bus by a media news network when he was doing something good and honest and honorable. And instead, you let him out to dry. And if anybody else wants to go there, I'll take them on too. I really don't care at this point, right? My face is out there. My voice is out there. Guess what? It's go time. It's about the truth. It's about saving children's lives. That's it. I'm done. Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network. I'll be back tomorrow night. Have a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves. Be well. It's time to step up, all of you.